Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's video. In this lesson, I told in a way that's easy to understand and perfect for practicing your English listening skills. Let's get started. Part 1, Introduction. Step 1, Preparing your mind. If you've been studying English for years but still feel stuck, if grammar rules bore you, and if fluency feels impossible, no matter how hard you try, this video might just change everything for you. Because today I'm going to show you something real, practical, and surprisingly effective. How to train your brain to keep learning English while you sleep. Now, let's be clear, you won't wake up fluent after one night. No one does. But here's the truth. Your brain doesn't switch off completely when you go to bed. While your body rests, your mind keeps working, quietly storing and processing what it hears. Scientists call this targeted memory reactivation. In fact, back in 2012, researchers in Switzerland proved it. They taught people new foreign words, then played those words softly while the subject slept. The next day, the people who heard the words remembered far more than those who slept in silence. No, it's not magic. It's memory. And today, I'll give you a step-by-step plan to use this natural brain function in the smartest way possible. A plan that's simple enough for beginners, powerful enough for advanced learners, and gentle enough to fit into your daily routine. Don't skip around because each step builds on the last. And the final step is the one most people miss. The one that could completely transform your confidence. Let's begin. Step 1. Prepare your mind before sleeping. Before you even press play on your English audio, you need to do something most learners skip. Prepare your mind. Why does this matter? Because the brain listens better when it feels calm, focused, and open. If you go to bed stressed, glued to your phone, or full of racing thoughts, the audio won't sink in. It will just pass through like background noise. Here's how you do it. Lie down in bed, turn off the lights, close your eyes, take 3 deep, slow breaths, then quietly say to yourself, I am calm. I am safe. I am open. My brain is ready to learn English tonight. These aren't just nice words, they're signals to your subconscious. You're giving your brain instructions. Now it's time to absorb. Now it's time to remember. Let's make it real with a quick story. Fatima, a nurse who worked long shifts, wanted to improve her English but was always too exhausted at night. At first, she just played a random English video while she slept, but nothing stuck. Then she tried something new. She slowed her breathing, whispered to herself, even if I'm tired, my brain is still learning. I am open to English. That night, she slept more peacefully, and the next morning, she remembered a phrase she had only heard in her sleep. Why did it work? Because she told her brain, wake up, we're learning. This step may sound small, but it's the foundation. Skip it, and the rest will be weaker. Do it right, and everything that follows becomes stronger. Part 2. Step 2. Use simple and repetitive audio now. Your mind is calm and ready. But here's the key. What you listen to matters more than you think. Most people make a big mistake. Here, they play complicated English movies, podcasts, advanced grammar lessons, and then wonder why nothing sticks. The truth is, your sleeping brain can't process long, complex sentences. It's not built for that. What it can absorb are short, clear, and repeating patterns. Think about music. Why do certain songs get stuck in your head after just a few plays? It's because your brain loves repetition. It doesn't feel like studying, it feels like remembering. So what kind of English should you play while sleeping? Choose content like this. Short daily conversations. Hi, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Simple affirmations. I speak English with confidence. My English improves every day. Beginner level sentence loops. This is my room. This is my room. This is my room. The brain absorbs these patterns far better than complex explanations. Let's compare. 2 examples. Option A. According to the rule of subject-verb agreement, third-person singular subjects must end with an UC. Option B. Work, she cooks. He works. She cooks. Which one do you think your brain will actually hold on to and sleep? Exactly option B, because it's short, repetitive, and instantly clear. Here's what to do. Create or find a short audio file 10 to 20 minutes long filled with simple English phrases. Keep the sentences slow and calm and make sure they repeat. Then use that same audio every night. This isn't about variety. It's about training your ears to recognize patterns automatically. Over time, your brain will start predicting the next word before it even comes, just like with your favorite song. And when that happens, understanding English becomes faster, smoother, and far more natural. Remember this. Your sleeping brain doesn't want a teacher. It wants a rhythm. Part 3. Step 3. Set the volume low. Like a whisper, you've chosen the right kind of audio. But now comes something most people overlook, the volume. You might think, as long as I can hear it, that's fine. But here's the truth. If the sound is too loud, your brain won't learn. And if it's too soft, your brain won't catch anything. The sweet spot, it should feel like someone is gently whispering in your ear, calm, soft, almost like a bedtime story. Why is this so important? Because your brain is always protecting you. If a loud voice suddenly blasts into your ears at night, hello, how are you? Your brain immediately shifts into danger mode. Even if you don't fully wake up, your subconscious is triggered to defend, not to absorb. In that moment, the door to learning slams shut. But when the sound is soft and soothing, your brain feels safe. And a safe brain is a learning brain. Here's a real example. Ryan, a student from Nepal, played English conversations every night. After a week, he was frustrated. Nothing was improving. Then his little sister told him, "Your speaker is too loud. It sounds like shouting all night." Ryan lowered the volume to a gentle, peaceful level like wind moving through trees. The very next morning, he remembered a full sentence from the audio. "Nice to meet you. My name is John." For the first time, it stuck. So how do you get it right? If you're using a speaker, place it near your pillow or behind your bed. If you're using headphones, choose soft, sleep-friendly ones. Test it. Lie down. Close your eyes and listen. If it feels calm and relaxing, not distracting, you've found the right level. Think of it this way. Volume isn't just about hearing, it's about emotion. If the sound feels safe, your brain will let it in. Part 4, Step 4, keep your audio short, 10 to 30 minutes. Here's a mistake a lot of learners make. They think the longer the audio, the better the results. If I play a 3-hour English lesson while I sleep, I'll wake up fluent. But your brain doesn't work that way. Especially during sleep, it can only absorb small, clear blocks of information. If the content is too long, your mind gets overwhelmed and starts dropping everything, like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. Science shows us something simple. The brain learns best in patterns and repetition, not endless streams of new material. That's why nursery rhymes are short. That's why mantras are repeated over and over. Sleep learning is no different. Here's a story to prove it. Lucia from Brazil had been struggling with English for 7 years. Every night she played 2-hour YouTube videos while she slept, thinking more content meant faster learning. After a month, she realized she couldn't recall even a single clear sentence. It felt like nothing was working. So she changed her approach. Instead of long videos, she picked just one 15-minute audio with simple daily phrases like, "I need some water." "Where are you from? What time is it?" And here's the key. She listened to that same 15-minute audio every night for 10 days straight. No new content, no random variety, just repetition. On the 11th day, something incredible happened. A tourist asked her, "Excuse me, where is the nearest pharmacy?" And she answered confidently, "Go straight, then turn right. You'll see it near the cafe." That was her first real conversation in English after years of struggle. The lesson? Your brain doesn't need endless content. It needs focused repetition. So here's what you should do. Choose or create an audio that's between 10 and 30 minutes long. Keep the content focused on one theme: greetings, food, or a short story. Play the same audio nightly for at least 30 days. Think of it like filling a cup with water. If you pour too much too fast, it spills everywhere. But if you pour slowly and steadily, the cup fills perfectly. Your brain works the same way. Part 5, Step 5. Repeat the same audio for 30 days. Now we come to one of the most powerful and most misunderstood parts of sleep learning. Repetition. Many learners fail here because they keep changing the audio. One night it's a movie, the next night a podcast, the next night a grammar video. It feels fresh, but it actually destroys the learning process. Why? Because your brain doesn't learn by hearing something once. It learns by hearing it again and again until it becomes automatic. Every repetition strengthens the neural pathways in your brain, like walking the same path in a forest until it turns into a clear road. Think about your favorite song from years ago. How did you memorize the lyrics? Did you study them in a notebook? Did you analyze the grammar? Of course not. You just heard the song again and again on the radio, in your headphones, at a party, until one day you realized you knew every word without trying. Here's how it looks in practice. Pick one simple audio file, 10 to 20 minutes long. It should be filled with short, useful sentences. Play that exact same file every night for at least 30 nights. First, you'll feel nothing. By day 10, you'll notice your brain predicting what comes next. By day 20, you might find yourself mouthing some words in your sleep. By day 30, those sentences will live in your memory, as natural as the lyrics. Of your favorite song, let me give you a story. A student named Maria used to switch her audios every night because she thought variety would make her learn faster. After months, she still couldn't remember anything clearly. Then she tried focusing on just one 20-minute audio of daily conversations. She stuck with it for 30 days straight. On the 21st day, during lunch, she surprised herself. She answered her coworker in English without even thinking. That was the moment fluency started. Here's the truth. Your brain doesn't need new. It needs familiar. Repetition is what moves knowledge from short-term memory into long-term fluency. And remember this. If it feels boring, that's a good sign. Boring means your brain is starting to recognize and store the information deeply. Part 6. Step 6. Replay the audio for 5 minutes after waking. This step is often ignored, but it's one of the most powerful. When you first wake up, your brain isn't fully online yet. It's in what scientists call the alpha state, calm, relaxed, and highly receptive. In this short window, your memory is like wet cement, soft, fresh, and ready to take shape. Whatever you put into it first will leave a lasting impression. That's why you should replay your sleep audio for just 5 minutes in the morning. Think about it. You've been feeding your brain English during the night. But when you wake up, those memories are fragile. If you remind your brain of the same sounds right away, you lock them in. It's like pressing save on a computer file. Here's a simple way to do it. Keep your phone or speaker beside your bed. The moment you wake up, don't check messages, don't scroll, don't rush. Just press play on the same audio you used. Overnight. Let it run for 5 minutes while you brush your teeth, stretch, or make tea. This tiny ritual builds a memory bridge between night and day. Here's a story to make it clear. A student named Amid had been listening to English audio while sleeping for weeks, but he felt like nothing was sticking. Then he tried adding this 5-minute morning step. On the third day, he noticed something strange. He heard a phrase, "You like some water?" And without thinking, he whispered back, "Yes, please." That was the moment his brain proved it was working. Why did this happen? Because the morning replay told his brain, this is important, don't forget it. Most people waste their first few minutes of the day with stress, notifications, or random distractions. But if you give those minutes to English, your memory will grow stronger, your responses faster, and your confidence higher. Remember, night is for planting the seeds. Morning is for watering them. Part 7. Step 7. Speak out loud. Even if it feels silly, you can listen to hundreds of hours of English. You can even sleep with English every night for months. But here's the hard truth. If you never open your mouth, your fluency will never come alive. Why? Because fluency isn't just in your memory, it's in your muscles. Your lips, your tongue, your breath, your voice, they all need training too. Listening builds recognition. Speaking builds confidence, and the two must go together. Here's the science. When you say a phrase out loud, three systems in your brain work at once. Memory system recalls the words. Speech system activates your mouth and tongue. Feedback system hears your own voice and adjusts. That combination is what turns passive learning into real communication. Here's a story. Julia, a mother from Spain, had studied English for more than 10 years. She understood movies, she knew grammar, but when someone asked her a question, she froze. Her voice disappeared. She started sleep learning and could remember phrases, but she still wasn't speaking. One morning, she tried something different. She repeated just one line from her sleep audio. Would you like some coffee? At first, she whispered it. Then she said it louder. Then she added her own answer. Yes, please, I love coffee. That tiny practice was the spark. Within 2 weeks, she was recording short English messages for her tutor. For the first time, she felt like her voice belonged to the language. Here's what you should do. After your 5-minute morning replay, choose 1 or 2 sentences from the audio. Say them out loud 5 to 10 times each. Don't just whisper. Speak as if you're talking to a friend. If you want, stand in front of a mirror and watch yourself as you speak. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about your accent. This isn't about perfection. It's about freedom. The more your mouth gets used to English, the more natural it will feel. Remember, fluency doesn't live only in your brain. It lives in your voice. And the only way to wake that voice up is to use it. Part 8, Step 8, write down 1 to 2 sentences. Remember, now let's add a secret weapon that most people skip. Writing. You might wonder, what does writing have to do with sleep learning? Everything. Because writing is the step that connects what you heard, what you said, and what you remember. Here's how it works. When you write something down, your brain sends a clear message to itself. This matters. Keep it. A part of your brain called the reticular activating system, RAS, decides which information gets stored long term. Writing triggers that system. So here's what to do. Keep a small notebook and pen beside your bed in the morning. After listening and speaking, take 2 minutes to write down 1 or 2 sentences you remember from the audio. Don't worry if you only catch a few words. Write them anyway. Over time, the pieces connect. For example, audio. Do you want some water? What you remember. Want some water. What you write. Do you want some water? It doesn't matter if your spelling or grammar is perfect. This isn't a test. It's training your brain to transfer what you heard into real, usable language. Here's a story. Daniel, a graphic designer from Germany, listened to English while sleeping for weeks, but felt like nothing was changing. Then he tried adding writing. Every morning, he wrote down just 1 sentence. Day 1, hello, how are you? Day 2, nice to meet you. Day 3, I'm going to the store. After 15 days, he looked back and saw a notebook filled with real English phrases. Short, simple, but alive. When he reviewed them, he realized those exact sentences were starting to appear naturally in his conversations. That's the power of writing. It takes the fog of memory and turns it into something clear, something solid, something you can use. So, don't skip this step. Every sentence you write is 1 more seed planted in your long-term
Step 9.
fluency. Use sleep affirmations to reprogram your mind. Let me ask you something important. What do you really believe about your English? Do you believe you're improving? Do you believe you'll one day speak fluently and confidently? Or do you quietly tell yourself, I'm not good at English. I forget too much. I'll never sound natural. Here's the truth most teachers never tell you. Your beliefs shape your fluency more than grammar or vocabulary ever will. And that's where affirmations come in. Affirmations are short, positive sentences designed to reshape your self-image. And confidence. When you listen to them while sleeping, they bypass your doubts and go straight into your subconscious. You're not awake to argue with them. You just accept them. Over time, those words start to feel like your own truth. Examples of powerful English affirmations. I speak English with confidence. English is becoming easier for me every day. My voice in English is strong and clear. Mistakes. Don't stop me. They help me grow. Here's a story. Noah, an engineer in South Korea, had studied English for more than 20 years. He could pass tests, watch TV, even read technical documents. But in meetings, he froze. His voice would not come out. He didn't need more grammar. He needed more belief in himself, so he tried sleep affirmations. Every night, he listened to a short 10-minute track of positive sentences like the ones above. After 10 nights, something unexpected happened. In a Zoom call with an American client, he introduced himself clearly, confidently, without hesitation. It felt automatic, almost like someone else was speaking. But it wasn't someone else. It was the version of Noah he had been building in his sleep. Here's how you can use this step. Find or record a short audio of affirmations, 5 to 10 minutes. Play it before bed. Or loop it softly while you sleep. Use the same affirmations for at least 21 to 30 days for even stronger results. Record them in your own voice because your brain responds deeply to your own tone. This isn't just about learning words. It's about changing who you believe you are. Once you see yourself as a confident English speaker, your brain will begin acting like one. Remember, fluency doesn't start with vocabulary. It starts with belief. Part 10. Step 10. Combine sleep learning with real-life practice now. Here's the truth you must never forget. Sleep learning is powerful, but it's not magic. If you only listen while you sleep, but stay silent all day, your fluency will remain trapped in your dreams. Think of it like this. Nighttime is your foundation, but daytime is your practice ground. One builds, the other strengthens. You need both. Here's what to do. At night, follow the steps, calm your mind, play simple audio, repeat, and let your brain absorb dot during the day. Use what you've built. Speak, write, think, and live in English. Even if it's just for a few minutes, create a simple rule for yourself. For every 20 minutes of sleep listening, spend 2 to 5 minutes speaking English during the day. It can be small, saying out loud what you had for breakfast, writing a short note in English, talking to yourself in the mirror, sending a quick message in English to a friend. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Here's the biggest mistake learners make. They quit too early. They try for a few nights, then say, nothing's happening. But fluency is like planting a seed. The roots grow underground long before you see the flower. The progress is invisible at first, but it's happening. And one day, a sentence will come out naturally, without effort. That's the breakthrough moment. Don't quit before it arrives. Stay consistent. Trust the process. The wrap up. So here's the full system. Prepare your mind before bed. Use simple. Repetitive audio. Keep the volume soft like a whisper. Limit audio length to 10 to 30 minutes. Repeat. The same audio for at least 30 nights. Replay it for 5 minutes. After waking up, say a few sentences out loud. Write down what you remember. Use sleep. Affirmations to reprogram your beliefs. Combine sleep learning with real-life practice. Follow these steps. And English will stop feeling like a subject you study and start becoming a part of who you are. Because English isn't just grammar and words. It's a bridge, a door, a tool that can change your life. And if you're still watching, I know one thing about you. You're not lazy, you're not hopeless, and you're not bad at languages. You simply never had the right system until now. From tonight, you don't just sleep, you train, you absorb, you grow. Even while your body rests, your future is listening. Call to action. If this guide gave you clarity and confidence, make it your habit. Start tonight. And so you don't feel alone, leave a comment. I'm starting tonight. Others will see. Know they're on this journey with you. And if you want more real, powerful lessons like this, subscribe now. Because this isn't the end of your English journey. It's the beginning.